Stop!
I'm failing to stop.
Come on!
Police Interceptors.
One jaw naked.
Bringing you unprecedented access to one of Britain's toughest units.
Please!
Riding in the front seat, we follow their every move as they battle the bad guys. From inside their pursuit cars,
Vehicle now off-road.
shadowing their police dogs,
Get up!
and on the shoulder of their firearms officers.
Get your hands on your head!
Police Interceptors, the best weapon in the war on crime.
On your knees.
Get on the floor! Get on the floor!
And that is why we come to work.
Coming up, a high-speed pursuit through the back streets,
St. Leon's.
Failing to stop. It's a St. Leon.
a stroppy suspect in the snow,
What am I doing? What am I
Down on the floor.
You don't pack in, right, face full of snow.
and Paul Faulkner goes for a run.
Where's that, Sean?
Right.
The Interceptors spend thousands of hours on the roads each year. And they're often forced into difficult and dangerous situations behind the wheel, carrying out maneuvers even racing drivers would struggle with. Thankfully, all Interceptors are advanced driver trained. It's a grueling test which officers have to retake every 2 years.
Driving courses are really tough. Pressure's on, half an hour in the chair, and you're stuck to the seat with sweat. But that's how it has to be, because it's a huge responsibility. And to get into a pursuit scenario, you know, that's high risk in itself. You're trying to stop somebody who doesn't want to get stopped.
It's Thursday afternoon, and Interceptors Chris Lear and Andy McLean are patrolling the streets of Shotton, west of Peterlee. They and their in-car cameras are on the lookout for dodgy drivers. And it's not long before their wait is over. Their X5 is fitted with automatic number plate recognition, and it's informed them the grey Seat is registered to a banned driver.
Give him a sniff. The old sniff. She's moving, like.
They spin the car round to have a word, but the driver has other ideas.
Got a car here that's pinged the MPR for drink driving. The car up ahead here, he's been recently charged with 2 offences.
The Seat driver clearly has something to hide as they put their foot down through the residential streets.
Mike 3-4 whiskey, urgent, Shotton. We're currently in pursuit of a vehicle. Victoria Street.
St. Leon's.
Failing to stop, it's a Seat Leon. Seat Leon failing to stop. Rear of Victoria Street, back towards the main road, Shotton.
A few miles away, Interceptors Kev Salter and Mark Rogers are rushing to catch up with Chris and join the pursuit.
Rear of Victoria Street, back towards the main road, Shotton.
Do you know where this is, Mark?
I think so.
Back in Shotton, the Seat driver is booting it through the back streets in a bid to shake off the cops. But it takes more than that to get away from advanced driver Chris.
Yeah, it's now Victoria Street towards Millbank and Bruce Glazier towards the bottom. And it's a left, left, left on Eden View. A further left, left, left to the rear of Eden View.
Realising they can't outrun Chris on the road, the fleeing driver tries a different tactic.
Vehicle now off-road.
Running.
Yeah, whoa, whoa, whoa.
And when the driver runs out of grass, he legs it. Andy and Chris are straight after him.
Out and running, orange t-shirt, bobble hat. General direction of the main street towards the parachute centre.
The estate is a maze of houses, and the driver's got a head start on the interceptors. Chris goes round the front of the houses, and Andy goes round the back, where he spots the man jumping over a fence.
Front of these, Chris. Chris, are you at the front?
I am, yeah.
I've got the black side. Chris has the white side.
Kev and Mark are just minutes away. Andy and Chris aren't sure which house the runaway driver is in,
I didn't see exactly which fence he went over.
and can't risk going in alone in case they pick the wrong one. It looks like the interceptors might have lost their man.
It's failing to stop. It's a sit, Leon.
The interceptors are on the tail of a dodgy and dangerous driver after a pursuit through a housing estate.
Vehicle now off-road.
The driver in an orange top legged it and jumped over a fence.
Front of these, Chris. I've got the black side. Chris has the white side.
There's no one in the back gardens, so Interceptor Andy McLean is convinced the driver is in one of the houses. He's waiting for Sergeant Kev Salter to arrive before going in.
Male with a really bright orange top, distinctive, and a bobble hat, and has gone over these fences. The car is actually registered to this address, therefore we're containing it until we can actually get a hold of the male.
Kev and Mark Rogers are joining Chris Lear at the front of the house while Andy watches the back.
But there's a big lad in there, like a chubby lad.
You all right? Right, you all right? Has anyone run into this house?
There's a man in the house, but it isn't the driver, and he says there's no one else inside.
LA from Empire.
Anything?
Just stay, just having a look round.
Yeah, he come in one of these. The problem is he can hop these gardens, and he was the full length of the street ahead of us.
There's no one downstairs, but then they hear a noise upstairs.
Thought so. That's the fella, that's him.
It's the driver with the orange top. He was hiding under the bed.
What have you ran up for?
Just scared?
Scared of what? Yeah?
Lad downstairs reckons no one should be in his house.
The easiest thing, if the police try and stop you, is you just stop.
I know, shut up.
The next bed this lad will be seeing is the one in his cell. It's a good result for the interceptors and a comedy catch.
Of all the places he could have hidden in the house, he hides underneath the bed, which is a classic place we always look. Silly mistake, but yeah, he was quite lucky really. He was laid there. You could just see his little feet sticking out the end of the bed. So he hadn't even hidden himself properly.
Taught him well.
Yeah.
While the driver heads off to the station, the interceptors decide to have a look at his car.
Has he hit anything then?
No?
No?
Cool. So no damage.
No polar.
And discover why he was so keen to make off.
Hello, hello, hello.
Nice one.
Oh dear.
I wonder what that might be.
Quite a quantity of cannabis bush. It's all individually wrapped in a mini dealer bags, if you like, for distributing out. And there's obviously cash in the tin. So he's going to be arrested for possession with intent to supply, as well as all the dangerous driving and the fail to stop for police offences. So he's looking at quite significant things at the moment.
There's nothing else in the front, but Spike's found something interesting in the boot.
If you don't find the baseball, I think you may be further arrested.
Well, obviously a baseball bat in the back of the car. Kind of gentleman you don't expect him playing rounders round here. Obviously consideration why he's got drugs, why he's carrying a baseball bat in the back of the car. Quite clearly could be an offensive weapon or used for whatever means that he would use it for, defence, whatever. Therefore, it's being seasoned, they'll be asked about that as well. But it's always nice to get a day like this.
The driver later pleaded guilty to possession with intent to supply cannabis, dangerous driving, and driving without licence and insurance. He was sentenced to 18 months in prison, fined £100, and banned from driving for a further 19 months. No action was taken against the occupants of the house. Hunting down and banging up lawbreakers are the main reasons why you become an interceptor.
Locked up theft and motor vehicle.
And being a team player is also an essential part of the job.
You need to know that when you press that panic button or you need assistance from someone, that you've got that with your team. And we have a fantastic atmosphere and fantastic family ethos on the shift.
Richie Gatland is out on patrol in the unmarked BMW, and he's on the hunt for a driver who shouldn't be behind the wheel.
We've just received information from comms of a vehicle and a possible disqualified driver. So we're just going over to the address that's been given in Durham's area, see if we can locate the vehicle, see if he's arrived or planning to move off.
Richie's favourite subject at school was geography, and his sense of direction has served him well today. As he drives past the suspect's house on the right, he spots the car, with the driver in it.
And there he is, parked up, ready to go. Looks like he's about ready to move.
Now Richie's going to park up, out of sight, and wait for the driver to hit the road.
So he's literally just around this building, the lights were on, and somebody was sat talking to another person. So I'm just going to wait to see if he pulls off, because the information that we'd had is it can be driving very shortly. So we'll just sit tight.
With rush hour approaching, Richie's taking a safety-first approach.
Because the last thing we want to do is get into pursuit when it's times it's busy as what it is. Ideally, we'll try and get him stopped as soon as we can in a safer place that we can before he gets into any built-up areas.
And Richie isn't going to be going solo on this one. Fellow interceptor Spike is on his way from HQ to help out.
Hello from Tango 330 Quebec. Just drop me Richie's address onto the sat nav. I won't go right next to him, but like him, I'm an unmarked car.
Fortunately, it's just a bit of the waiting game now, seeing whether or not he will pull off.
Richie doesn't have long to wait. 5 minutes later, and before Spike arrives, the Zafira drives out onto the main road.
Vehicle's on the move. It's going in towards the Arm Road at the minute. He's come the way I'm pointing, so I'll have to spin round.
The disqualified driver's got a good head start. He's out of sight by the time Richie has turned the car around. When he gets to a mini roundabout, Richie's got to make a guess which way the Zafira has gone.
It's a gun that he's going right.
The driver is believed to be going towards Stockton, so Richie follows the road he expects him to be on.
I'm just trying to play catch-up. No sight of him at the moment.
But there's not a Zafira to be seen.
I've got up to Sadburge. There's no sign of him here. He must have dived off. I don't know if he's we've blown it out or not.
It seems the disqualified driver has got away.
I think he must have dived off in the village. I think he's probably clocked us as he's gone right past us. Because we've lost sight of him, unfortunately, when he got to the roundabout. He had enough time to duck off. We're going to head back into Middleton St George and just see if we can locate the possible direction or where he might well be or where the vehicle is. My guesswork didn't pay off.
But as Richie goes back to where he first saw the car, he catches a break.
Oh, he's back. LA from Tango 324. Just let you know the vehicle's back at the address where it was first sighted. I literally just clocked it the last second. I couldn't see whether there's anybody in it or not.
So Richie's back where he started and has a second chance.
I don't know if he has made me or not. The vehicle's back at the address up here. It may well have been that he's just popped into the shops. And as I've gone off after him, I just haven't clocked the car in one of the shops.
Now it's back to the waiting game, while checking his onboard camera to see if he had missed the Zafira first time round. But as he waits, a car stops on the road up ahead of him, and a man runs out.
That's Spike.
Spike has just arrived, and it seems something has attracted his attention. And that something is the disqualified driver.
What's up, we've done wrong? Away from a man to come. I'm stop talking about
Disqualified driver.
I'm not driving.
No, hang on. You've just driven past me down there about 10 minutes ago, mate.
Where?
You have, because I've got you on camera.
Just as I've come down this way, I've seen this lad just about to pull away from me. The lights were on, ignition was going, and I saw this lad was about to make off. And I wasn't prepared to let that happen.
Well, it's a bit unexpected.
The man's unhappy and asking to see proof he was driving.
Hang on. Listen, man.
I thought I'd get the right to see the proof.
Zip it. No.
I drove.
Hang on. Listen. Right? Evidence is on there.
Show me.
No, because I don't need to.
As they head to the nick, Richie gives it to him straight.
Trust me when I say you drove right past my window and I looked directly at you. And I couldn't get spun round because of the traffic. And when I did, and I got to where I thought you'd gone, I had a gamble of one or two ways. And that was not 10 minutes before we just stopped you then, the second time. So trust me, mate, you've got all these cameras on. You can either make this a very long process, or you can make it a very quick process in custody.
Huh?
You too could be on Police Interceptors shortly.
Could be.
Could be.
Watch it last night.
Yeah.
It turns out that the driver didn't have permission to drive the Zafira, so he's also being charged with taking a car without consent. An initially frustrating job has turned out well for Richie.
I know I've seen him driving that vehicle not 10 minutes before, so I'm more than happy that things are right and that he'll get charged for it.
The man was later found guilty of taking a car without consent and driving while disqualified. He was given a 10-week suspended sentence and fined £165, including costs. And when he does get his licence back, he'll find that it already has 6 points on it. Being an interceptor is often dangerous, with people prepared to do or use anything to evade capture. But rolling with the punches, sometimes literally, is what they do to keep the rest of us safe.
We've all confronted people with weapons, people with knives. You're worried not only for your welfare and for your own health and not getting filled in. I'm not easily scared at work. I don't go to situations worrying and trembling about what might happen. Obviously, we're aware of what could happen and risks. That third party being injured would be the most scary thing for me, I think.
It's a snowy Saturday night in County Durham, and Sergeant Kev Salter and Andy Wilson are out on patrol.
The weather's treacherous, really. We've had a lot of snow today, which makes the roads really bad. We've had quite a lot of accidents and a lot of motorists leaving the road. Conditions are really cold, and we're expecting the worst, really.
Kev used to be an engineer for British Gas, so he's used to working in cold weather, though he never got call-outs like tonight when he was plumbing in boilers.
We've just had reports of a guy waving an axe about outside of a pub in Newton Aycliffe area. So ourselves and quite a number of units are travelling to see if we can get there. He's causing damage at the moment, we understand, with this axe and clearly out of control.
As they head to the pub, some more information comes in about the attacker.
Police, one of the calls states he has walked into the pub with an axe.
With an axeman roaming the streets, firearms-trained officer Kev may have to deploy a weapon.
It's up to the control room inspector to decide whether they're going to declare it as a firearms job or not. At the moment, the inspector's decided not to. I've asked just units to go with protection equipment, so stab vests, and obviously should he present the axe, then we'll report it back into control room and firearms authority may be granted. Taser here, Andy.
Moments later, Kev and Andy arrive at the scene and find a man detained by officers. and his friends are kicking off. It's a volatile situation.
Mate, back off, because I'll lock you up for obstruct. Now, do one.
Right, you don't pack in, right? The face full of snow. I'm on the floor. Pack it in.
We're obviously getting a lot of commotion because all these friends and that are drunk and they've been in the pub all night, so they're causing us a few problems at the moment.
Right, as soon as you stop shouting and kicking off, we'll let go. All right?
Right, listen, if these officers sit you on your bum, all right, to save you from laying down in the snow, you're going to remain calm. Yes. You've got one chance, do you understand? One chance. No. This lad's been arrested. He's been obviously waving the axe about in the pub. Thankfully, officers have come across him. He still had possession of the axe and he's resisted arrest and been quite obstructive. At one point, he started lashing out at officers, hence he was taken down to the floor. We're just waiting for a van to arrive now as we speak. Hello, how long's this van to Woodham, please?
Oh my days, man. Days, man. Why is it always me?
The youth had dropped the axe further up the street.
This is the axe which he's been waving about, which you can see. He's been in a pub threatening people with it, caused damage in the pub, and he still had possession of it when officers have come across him. So he's been very lucky, I think, because if I'd have come across him and he still had this on him, there's a chance he could have been or would be tasered. This would be like a lethal weapon, a bladed article even, or an offensive weapon. Yeah, he's obviously been waving it about in the pub, and I know if I was sat in the pub with my family, you know, you don't want somebody coming in and waving something like this about.
The axeman is protesting his innocence as he's put in the police van.
I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong.
But after being questioned at Bishop Auckland Police Station, he was charged with possessing an offensive weapon, affray and assault. He later pleaded guilty to all charges and was sentenced to 12 months in a young offenders institution. Still to come, Spike speeds after a suspected burglar.
I want to box this car in. I don't want to give him any opportunity to flee.
Damo spots a suspect in a smash.
Have you had an alcoholic drink today?
I've had one.
And Kev makes a roadside drugs bust.
And why would you have 9 bags of cocaine on you?
It's just after midnight, and Spike is hammering it to catch up with a car whose occupants are believed to have just committed a crime.
One of our local pandas is following someone who's been named responsible for a burglary nearby. The panda isn't authorised to chase this car. Time is now of the essence. It's now that we have to open up the taps on the car and we need to get there immediately.
Spike's over 10 miles away from the car's current location. This is his patch and uses his knowledge of the local roads to get to a spot where he can intercept the fleeing car.
Elliot from Tango 334, we are in a position to intercept this vehicle.
And moments later, Spike's intuition pays off as the car, a silver Peugeot, speeds past.
Elliot confirming Tango 334, we are following. Can confirm we have at least 3 males at the rear of this car. I've just illuminated them with the floodlights.
The driver of the Peugeot will know he's being followed as Spike's in a marked car, but Spike doesn't want a pursuit.
What we've got now is we're just following this car. He will clearly know who we are and what we're doing, but what I would like to do is I want to box this car in. I don't want to give him any opportunity to flee, to escape, for anyone to get out and run. For your information, we are in County Durham's area. We are in County Durham. Do we have any of the units nearby?
39 Durham. Spike, I'm trying to play catch up, mate.
Spike soon has 2 local Panda cars, not usually used in pursuits, behind him.
LA from Tango 334. I'm in convoy with 2 other Pandas. and I'm coming up to an illuminated area. It would assist me to stop him at this location, but granted, I have no other Class 1 vehicles. Can I have a decision, please?
Tango 1, go for it.
Spike's got permission. It's time to make the stop. He moves up to get in front of the Peugeot, while the two Panda cars block it to the side and the rear.
I'm going to pin the driver so he can't get out. Get out! Get out!
What are you doing, man?
Get out!
Get out!
On the floor! On the floor! Hand!
Spike's got the driver, who is the man he expected.
You're under arrest on suspicion of burglary. Do you understand?
I do. Why?
It's been a successful stop.
Vehicle stopped without incident. All occupants detained. Driver arrested.
The other men in the car are also arrested.
Yeah. Certainly this vehicle and occupants, we've followed the vehicle for a little while. We've done something which we wouldn't normally do in that we've had to use two Pandas as part of the stop. But time was of the essence and needs must.
Now the suspect's car needs to be searched for any evidence of burglary.
We're just looking now for any weapons, anything which could have been stolen. I believe it was a horse's stable yard that got broken into. Anything which could have been used in the offence of that crime. We've done it with such a surprise, a little bit like shock and awe tactics. No one had a chance to get out and run. So, very good result, I believe.
Now it's time for a slightly slower drive back to the Nick.
Stand there, just while I make some room. In you get. Mind your head. It's always nice to be nice. That's what Thumper's dad said. Always nice to be nice.
And you're not nice, are you?
Are you comfy, killer?
No, no.
You're not comfy?
No, no.
Don't go out burgling.
Following an investigation, no further action was taken against the driver or the other men in the car. It's lunchtime, and Interceptors Kev Salter and Mark Rogers are part of a team carrying out a vehicle stop check.
It's a bit of a static road checkpoint. This way we found we tend to flush out any sort of criminals and people going about the business in that area that are up to no good.
The pair are in the unmarked X5. Their job is to go after any drivers that decide they don't want to stop.
We're going to watch the other lads and lasses pull in the cars. Should a vehicle fail to stop them, we're going to be in a perfect position to get after it. "20 minutes in, a car drives past which their ANPR system says is linked to drugs. Kev and Mark are straight on its tail. It's just in the Wheatley Hill Wing area where we've all just been static on a checkpoint there. We're obviously going after this vehicle to see if we can get it stopped.
They're soon behind the car, a dark grey Audi, and Mark sticks on the blues and twos.
Gonna stop it, stomach. Should be alright.
Thankfully, the driver decides to stop rather than make a run for it.
Cocaine.
Yeah, just jump out of your car, just search you in. The reason we stopped here is there's a mark on your car.
Why?
That you might be possibly involved in dealing drugs, alright?
Right.
We're going to search you on your vehicle, okay? Have you got any drugs on you?
No.
You've got a few bags in the car. Yes, okay.
2 bags of... 2 bags of cocaine. Whereabouts are they?
Alright. You're under arrest, okay? Suspicion of possession of
jump in your car?
cocaine, mate, alright?
The driver admits to having cocaine in his car, so he's nicked, and Kev wants more information.
Where are the bags?
Just in the front there.
How much is there?
9 bags.
9 bags. And why would you have 9 bags of cocaine on you?
Spikes arrive to help with the search.
He's telling us that there's a few bags of cocaine in his car. It's hit the ANPR camera.
Oh, right.
I'm just coming in the car now to see if I can find these drugs that this gentleman's talking about. He's telling us there's 9 bags of cocaine in the car somewhere.
There's also something else in the car.
Man, the ferocious dog, Sergeant.
Oh well. But there's 9 deal bags there of crack cocaine.
These 9 bags have an estimated street value of more than £600.
Seized off the streets just from a simple stop check, which we probably would never have got otherwise. So yeah, it's a good job. I've just radioed through our drugs dog, PC Squires and Kaiser, who are going to be coming over to Peterlee. They're going to be searching the car with the dog, and they're going to be going to his home address and helping us with the search there to see if we can find any more cocaine or any evidence leading to help us convict this gentleman.
Before the dog gets his teeth into it, Spike has a sniff around the car and finds some empty shotgun cartridges.
Smell of cordite on an afternoon. 2 days ago, these were fired.
The driver's taken off to Peterlee Police Station. Mark will be driving the Audi and its passenger back for a further search.
Kev would like me to drive this car because he's scared of the massive dog that's in it. So there you go, Sergeant. I'll drive the car. This massive human savaging dog that's in here. Kev's actually scared of dogs, so he just want to drive this car. Can you run, chair?
It's called Brownie.
Back at the Nick, Ian Squire and his drugs dog Lily search the Audi, while Mark looks after its occupant.
My new friend, the dog support unit with Dory.
The search draws a blank, but the day isn't over yet.
We're now en route to his home address to do a Section 18 house search, which is a search of an address to see if there's any evidence there that will help us with the offence of which he's been arrested for.
Kev and the team visit the address where the man's told them he lives and soon find something upstairs.
Found some more Class A drugs in his bedroom. That was on the desk. There was some more packets of white powder which we found in his car, again believed to be Class A cocaine. Not as much as we found in the car, but still enough to show and build the evidence up against him.
The drugs were later confirmed as cocaine, and the driver was found guilty of possession with intent to supply Class A drugs. He was sentenced to 28 months in prison and ordered to pay £120 in fines. Last year, over 3,500 people were caught drink driving in the UK.
Provided a positive breath test.
Drink drivers were responsible for over 5,000 casualties and more than 200 deaths on the roads. It's something the Interceptors have zero tolerance of.
If there's an example of why you shouldn't drink and drive, I'd say this is it.
It's 11:15 and Interceptor Damien Damo Stevens is on the late shift with Ian Bulmer. They're on their way to a car crash.
I've had a report of an accident that's happened between 2 vehicles in Newton Aycliffe. It's believed that one of the drivers is slurring his words. Whether that's due to a medical problem, whether it's due to drunkenness, or whether it's due to drugs, we don't know. But we're going to get there and try and assess it.
20-year veteran Damo is a big fan of Middlesbrough Football Club, so he's used to getting some bad results. And this smash certainly sounds like one.
Yes, it does appear to be an accident scene. Quite in-depth as well. Oh dear. That's the MX-5 ruined. That's the Audi.
It appears 2 cars, an MX-5 and an Audi, have collided.
Oh. Evening, everyone. Is anyone injured? Anybody injured? No? You alright? Right. What's the choreography? What's happened here?
I was coming from Aycliffe down here.
Right.
I think this man was behind that man there and he was indicating, but all that, I just seen his indicator going there.
Unfortunately, none of that makes any sense. We'll get to the bottom of it.
The woman appears to be slurring her words, and Damo knows what that might mean.
One of the things we have to do with everyone who's been involved in an accident is we have to breathalyse them.
Yeah.
Okay, have you had an alcoholic drink today?
I've had one.
Just a one?
Earlier
on. How long ago was that?
Probably about 2 hours.
Right. What was it? What was the one you had?
Just 1 pint of Carling.
1 pint of Carling. Right. Will you come with me and we'll just do a quick breath test?
As Damo takes the woman to the car, she appears to put something in her mouth.
Do you want me to just put in your mouth?
Just chewy.
Why?
No, I've just been chewing chewy all day.
Right. I hope you're not trying to disguise anything by putting chewing gum in your mouth, no? Right. You just have a sit in there.
Honestly, I've only had 1 pint.
Right, we do need to breathalyse you though, because I don't know if it's just the way you are, but your speech is quite slurred. All right. Have you had anything else tonight?
No.
Do you use cannabis or anything like that?
No, I don't take cannabis.
Right.
I've never smoked a fag or anything in my life.
Okay, just bear with us 2 minutes.
Damo now gets his breathalyzer to see if the woman is telling the truth.
You need to take a big deep breath and blow out, okay? And blow. Blow. You're not blowing anything. There's nothing coming out. Blow. Keep going like that. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Nearly there. Keep going. Keep going. Excellent. Sample taken. So that's a fail. I'm arresting you on suspicion of driving a motor vehicle with excess alcohol.
She's facing a driving ban and a fine. And the driver of the MX-5 she hit isn't too happy with her either.
You had a drink? Have you been drinking? Have you failed your breath test?
Yeah, because I've had 1 pint of Carling.
Your car's just turned in front of us and I've gone straight into the side of it. She said she thought I was indicating, which I blatantly wasn't. Sounded like she was slurring her words to me.
Right, you come with me. We're just going to put you in one of the cars.
Damo suspects the driver might have tried to fool him, but it takes more than a mouthful of chewing gum to catch out an interceptor.
As I brought her back to the cars, I turned around to look at her. She had a mouthful of something. Often that's a trick people try and use to disguise or mask a breath test. It doesn't work. There's old wives' tales where people used to put a penny under the tongue or they used to fill their mouths with extra strong mints. The breath sample we're getting is coming from the lungs, not from the mouth. So I asked her to get rid of the chewing gum and she's failed the test.
Back at the station, the woman took another breath test and failed. She was later convicted of drink driving, banned from driving for 1 year and fined £300 including costs. The car she hit was a write-off, but her insurance paid the full costs for a new car. Still to come, a car chase
Take back authority, please.
turns into a foot chase for Paul Faulkner.
Police!
An average day for the Interceptors sees them nick a variety of villains. And whatever crime the bad guys might have committed, catching and locking up a wrong-un is the most satisfying part of the job.
We all want to go after the bad guy because the bad guy hurts the good guy. You know, and when you see people being hurt by crime or people getting far ahead of where they should be by crime, then yeah, it riles you, it gets under your skin and it makes you think, you know what, I'm not having that, I'm going to go and do something about that.
It's 9:30 in Middlesbrough, and acting sergeant Paul Mustard Faulkner is blue lighting it to help his colleagues with a pursuit.
Getting a report of a vehicle which has been seen loading some equipment on the back. Got a district unit behind it, and I think it's probably going to fail to stop. So we're going to try and make a bit of ground and get up behind it and get this car stopped ourselves. There's numerous units heading towards, so game on.
Veteran interceptor Paul isn't expecting the fleeing vehicle to stop, so gets in touch with HQ.
I'm going to shortly be on this vehicle. I've got the blue lights ahead. Appropriate driver, appropriate vehicle. Can you ask the comms spec to authorise TPAC authority, please?
A Panda car is following a white van suspected of being involved in a theft. The Panda driver doesn't have the authority to carry out a controlled stop, so Paul needs to catch up quickly.
No other vehicles on the road.
But then he hears the pursuit has ended.
Bollards, stand by. Got stuck. Can we have units here? Bill's maker.
Decam.
The van has crashed and the occupants have fled on foot. Moments later, Paul arrives at the scene and joins the foot pursuit.
From the car.
Where's that, Sean?
Right.
There were two men in the van and they've legged it in two separate directions. They've run into unlit parkland surrounded by a housing estate.
Trees here.
The park is unlit with plenty of places to hide.
He might be in this area here.
It looks like the runners have got away. But then Paul gets a shout from one of the other officers.
Here he is. Right. What was he wearing?
Just dark clothing, is that his?
Right.
White male. Could have got the ground anywhere, mate. All right, fella.
One man's been caught, but the other is still on the loose.
One male's detained. Don't know whether that's the driver or the passenger. Second one's continued this way. I don't know whether he's gone to ground or gone into the estate. I think Justin's ahead.
Dog handler Justin Moffat arrives to help in the hunt.
Don't want to walk any further now to spoil the scent for Justin, so we'll just wait, let the dog do its bit.
Justin and his dog Elsa are searching the estate to see if they can get a scent of the escapee.
Justin's ahead. Say again.
He hasn't gone that way, Mustard. She's not picking anything up.
Paul's now got an idea of what's happened.
Theft or burglary occurred at a building site in Middlesbrough on Hall Drive. District lads have done a smashing job, got straight behind it, followed it as covert as they can in a marked car. Unfortunately, as we've been making towards, they've been spooked. They've had a little bit of pursuit. It's been coming back home, I would think, because places like this you're only going to come to if you know you're going to be ready to dump and decamp. They've got one in, detained by the lad who was actually pursuing them, so mega job by him, absolutely brilliant pat on the back. The other one's got away. I don't know if it's the driver or the passenger that's been detained, but we've got the van. Winner chicken dinner, I would say.
The van driver had tried to get through to the path but had been blocked by a bollard. PC Danny Allen made the arrest of the passenger.
Was he who was behind it?
Yeah.
Right from the start, brilliant. Cracking job. Cracking job.
It's lucky, really, it's got stuck. If it had another 6 inch, the passenger would have got out.
They suspect the van may have been carrying stolen diesel.
It reeks of fuel.
But with no evidence in the van, Paul's off to the next job.
Diesel theft is something that we get a little bit less of now. When it was up at when it was up at £1.30 a litre, or £1.50, we were getting it all the time. Not something that we really get a lot of anymore. However, it will always attract that criminal fraternity, so it's always going to have a price in the black market, like liquid gold, really. So if they can lay their hands on it for nothing and sell it on for something, it's they're always going to try and steal it. Cracking result. Cleveland Police 1, bad guys 0.
Unable to confirm who was actually driving the car, the arrested man was released without charge. The other occupant was never found.